Hello all. So today I'm going to discuss about the decorators. So that is a very important concept in Python, and I'm going to do a practical implementation how we can write the decorator functions in Python. What is the advantage if we are going to use decorators concept in our project, and how we can do some enhancement of our code. So before going to the language of the decorator, what is a decorator? Let me write one simple function for you so easily you can understand. So here I'm going to write one function. Let's say print statements. And this function, what it will do some print, like I'll say, hello Mukesh. Next print statement is like, how are you? So this is the simple function which is going to return some print statements like hello Mukesh and how are you. So my task is here, what you have to do, you need to add few more print statement, but you are not allowed to modify the existing function. Let me repeat once again. So here your task is you need to add few more conditions or few more statement in this print statement function, but you are not supposed to do any modifications in the existing one. So in that case, what you have to do, you have to define one another function, like I'll say another function that will take as arguments. Inside that, let me define one inner function, and I need to write some print statement, like let me say before execute. I need to call that arguments. I'll explain. Then print statement, and here I'll say after execution. Now here what I have to do, here I need to return inner function. So guys, just look here. Let me come to the point, what is the decorator? So basically decorator is the function which takes as an argument of another function. So here what I'm telling, this argument is the function only. So decorator is the function which will take argument as an another function. So let me write here another function is like print statement. Let me say here as print statement. Here let me call print statements. So what decorator will do, decorator is a function which will take as an argument another function. It will take another function as an argument. It will do some modifications on that. I mean, it will decorate that function, and again it will return that function. Okay. So now if I'll call here directly, so we have two approaches for calling. Just for normal, while creating one variable inside that, assigning print statement and passing the another function. But here for assigning or for creating decorators, here what you have to do, because this is the print statement function, right? This function we are not supposed to change here, but this function is going to for decoration. So which function is that doing that part decoration? This another function. This is the another function which is making it as decorate. Now we have to provide @ annotation and the function name which is enhancing the beauty of this print statement. Now for calling here, we need to do simply print statements. Now let me run this program. Yeah, so here you can see the output before execute. First one is the print statement before execute, and after that it is executing our print statement function which has two print statements, hello Mukesh, how are you, and after that it is telling after execution. So what decorators did here, decorators took as argument the print statement function as an argument here, it did some modifications on that and return the function. So this is the decorator function, guys. So decorator is a function that expect a function as parameter and return a function. So guys, what is the requirement of the decorator? So if I'll say, suppose you are working in a company there, within a project, or I can say within a file, there is a one method. So many team members are working on that. So for example, let's say suppose there is a one method for calculate employee salary, and there are many departments calculate EMP salary, and there are many departments which are using this calculate employee salary. So what, according to the department size, suppose there is a two departments, 1 and 2. So department 1 is having salary base is 20,000, and second department is having 25,000. So what they have to do, because, and if I'll say this calculate salary is returning 20,000, this is the base function. So this is like, if I'll say this is returning, sorry, this function returns this function returns some 15,000. This is the standard, right? So what you have to do, according to your department code, you need to do some modifications. Like suppose this is returning 50,000. So how far you are from 20,000? Only 5k. So you have to add 5k in this existing function. And for making it as 25, you need to add 10k extra, right? So the caller which is who is going to call this function, they can do some modifications, or we can say some decoration on that one by calling these methods. This is the one example, guy. Now let me write one another program for you. So I did just commented this entire one. Now for the performance perspective, let me write one code. So let me write one code where we are going to calculate square, and I'm passing numbers here. And what it will do, it will iterate for number in numbers, and what we have to do, number into number, because we are doing square root. So let me take one variable, so there I can hold the values. So here what I have to do, results dot append, and here I need to do a square, right? And after that I need to write one print statement. Here I'll say the square took total, and I can say, and one more thing, guys, before, because we are calculating the square based on the timestamp, we need to import one time functionality. Here what I have to do, here I need to do let me start time equals to time dot time, right? And here I'll say square root took total time is plus str, and here I can say, but before that start time is there. After calculating we need to make the end time also. So here end time equals to time dot time, right? So here start time is start time minus end time, plus I have to do, sorry, into, I need to convert into the milliseconds, 1000 into 1000. Then let me write it as millisec. Yeah, then what I'll do, I'll return results. This is the one method. What it will do some square. It will do a square of the number and it will calculate the time. Now let me copy this function, do some modifications here. I need to do calculate cube. So for cube, what I have to do into number 3 times, and let me do some modifications. Cube. Yeah. Now I need to provide some numbers. Okay, so for that one, let me say input params equals to, if you are aware about the range function in Python, so it will generate some numbers. So let me write for 1 to 10,000, and now I need to call these two functions. So func1 equals to, let me call calculate square, right? And here I have to pass input params. Now func2 equals to calculate cube, and I need to pass input params, right? Yeah. Now we can see the output here. So it's telling square total took is this much of time milliseconds and the cube took this much time. But guys, see here what is the problem here? See, start time, again we are calculating here end time, then some print statement. Okay, here also we are doing some start time, again we are doing some end time, then print statement. Do you think is it a better code, writing the code? So no, according to me it's not a best practice for writing this code like that one, because code repetition is happening continuously. So just to avoid that, what here we can do, we can write some utility function. So for example, let me write another function. I'll say def calculate time, and def calculate time. Okay, let me say it will take function as an argument. Okay, let me create one wrapper function. Inside that, here what I have to do, wrapper function will take argument like star args comma keyword arguments, and inside that what I have to do, same code, let me write start time, this one, start time equals to time dot time. Now I need to call my function. So let me say results equals to this function. This is the function argument, because this is the I'm just going to create one decorator function. It will take the another function as an argument. So I'm just calling this function with the arguments. So it will take arguments. So star args comma star keyword arguments, right? And after that, what I have to do, again end time, we need to calculate end time. So let me do end time here also. After that, we need to print. We need to do print. So guys, here see in the print statement, I did square. Intentionally I mentioned the name of the function which we are going to execute, but here print statement little some tricky there. What I have to do, inside that I need to write print, and I'll say func, because this argument, this is the function type func dot underscore underscore, let me say func dot underscore underscore name underscore plus. So what it will do, it will give us the name of the function which are going to execute and which we are going to call, plus same line, complete this one, complete line till end. So this is the complete line. Here I can say after the plus, here I can mention took end time minus start time into 1000 for millisecond. Now just to get rid of the hard coded lines, here I can remove this line of code. Here I calculated end time, I need to remove even this print statement from the here also, and here also these two lines I need to remove. Guys, see, so I just created one calculate time utility function, right? Here that we are taking another function, different function as an argument, which will do some decoration part on that, and it will return. So we created one inner function, wrapper function. Inside that it took two arguments, okay, and I'm just calling that function with the arguments and calculating the end time and doing that one. So guys, if you remember in my previous example, I told this is the function which is going to modify. So we need to make it as decorate at the rate symbol, which is the function which is doing the decoration part. So calculate time is the function which is going for decoration, going to decorate part. Same here at the rate. Yeah, let me save this one and call it again. None type object is not callable, where I did some mistake. Line number 50. Line number 50. Yeah. Is that okay? So here, guys, do you see anything? Calculate time function result. Yeah, guys, see. Here we are just returning results, but where we are returning? Returning results. Calculate time inside the wrapper function. Yeah, see, here we just wrote print statement, and after that we need to return our wrapper function, right? This wrapper function also we need to return. Now let's run the program. So guys, this is the, like, we can debug the program more easily. It's saying like object, none type object, it's not callable. So calculate square, it's taking input parameter, and when it's coming to here, when it will call the calculate time, it should return something, but it's not returning, right? So we can debug that one also. Now let me run. So guys, see here, calculate square took 5 and calculate cube took 3 some milliseconds. So like this way we can use decorator functions in Python, where, so decorator is the utility function which takes the another function as an argument. It will do some enhancement or some modifications or some decorations or on that method, and it will return. So guys, if you will see, we wrote some line of codes where we are calculating time, start time, end time, some print statement repeatedly inside the first function, then second function. So we get rid of that, and directly we wrote one function that took the another function as an argument, and inside the results we took that function. So for example, this is the function calculate square, and we wrote input parameters. When we call this function calculate square, this is, we wrote here it's as a decorator function. So before this function call, it will call this function, it will go here, and again it will calculate the results. So results is like number into number. It will do some square root and it will return. So this is all about the decorators. Thank you so much, guys. Do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you so much.